Hi, this is Henna Fixation with your dose of Henna Fix, and today I'm going to talk about how to ensure that henna does not fall too quickly from the skin. I'm going to go on a little bit of a tangent here, and this is completely unrelated to the video. You're more than welcome to forward this if you like, but I just want to talk about how awesome it is to get henna from another person. It doesn't have to be a professional henna artist, it just can be your friend. And you just invite them together and you just do henna on each other, and it creates such a bonding environment. This is a result from one of those meetings. One of my closest friends was just over, and two of them were doing henna, and then I was a recipient of henna, and it just became such an amazing part of my day. And every time I look at it, I am brought back to that day. It really does humble you as an artist, because you see another person doing an art on you, and it's like they're able to create things sometimes that your mind would not have been able to create. So I recommend that if you have an opportunity of somebody doing henna on you, just go for it. I'm sure you're gonna have a good time. Now, to get back to the topic of the flaky henna, here are some things you can do to ensure that the henna is going to stay on your skin for as long as possible. The first tip, and probably one of the most important one, is maybe you don't have enough sugar in your paste. If it really is flaking off too soon, it's not really staying on your skin for more than, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, then maybe you should consider adding a little bit more sugar, because that is going to make a huge difference. Changing the consistency of the paste is probably the cheapest and the most efficient way in order to assure that the henna is going to stay stuck on your skin. So add a little bit more sugar. One way to figure that out is the paste looks actually very shiny with sugar in it. So play around with it, and don't forget that if you're feeling a little doubtful, you can always put a little bit of the paste in a cone and test it out and see if you like it. After a couple of tries, you're going to be able to just look at the paste and see if it is the way that you want it to be. Second one is, now we're going to the next level in order to add an extra layer of protection on your skin, and that is by using a good old sealant. Sugar and some sort of a liquid sealant is going to create a little barrier on your skin so that the henna, it can stay stuck on your skin. I have talked a lot more about it in another video, so I will not go into much detail here, and I will link that video down below in the description box and somewhere on this video as well. The third tip is to actually carefully steam the henna over a boiling pot of water. So the henna is dried in your skin and it's been a little bit of some time, and you want it to liven it up again. To do so, you just need to steam a little bit of water. You can boil it or you can gently steam it. It really depends on your situation. You just want to make sure that the hand which has the henna is not too close to the steam, because it will burn. So you just want to be far enough that the steam is warming up your hand and rehydrating the dried paste, and it is also not burning your skin, essentially. And like I mentioned before, what it does is that it rehydrates the dried paste, so then it moistens up again and it sticks to your skin better. At the same time, it is warming up your skin, so it's creating a perfect environment for the stain to darken up. Again, if you're careful and you don't burn yourself, this is a great way to go. I know some people add whole cloves into the water. I don't know if it makes a huge difference or a significant difference. It really shouldn't, because again, you're talking about just hydrating the stain, but I know some people will swear by it. I personally have not really tried it, and I really don't care to try it. So if you want to, go ahead, let me know if it really does make a difference. Maybe you can do an experiment, compare regular boiling water with water with cloves in it, and have, I don't know, 2 different hands or something, and see that if it makes a difference in the quality of the stain. If you do share with me your results at Henna Fixation. I want to know if it makes a difference. It's a curious question. I think it will be cool to have an answer. Fourth thing you can do is to lightly wrap your henna design with toilet paper. Toilet paper is perfect because it breathes and it doesn't really suffocate your skin. So what you can do is just wrap your toilet paper around the hand or the foot or the leg, wherever it is, and you can always tape it shut. Additionally, you can wrap it again with saran wrap. You want to make sure that it's not too tight. What it does, it creates like a warm environment for the skin. Again, I've mentioned this a bajillion times before, that warming up your body makes a huge difference in the quality of the stain. So if your hand is warm, you can ensure that the henna is going to be great. Plus, it's going to contain that henna flakes all over, so it doesn't go all over your bed. You just want to make sure that you don't wrap the saran wrap too tightly over the toilet paper, and especially not to use the saran wrap by itself, because it's going to create a humid environment. Sweaty environment creates a messy design, because it's just going to smear all over your hand, which you really definitely don't want. So wrap it rightly and it should be good to go. Tip number 5 is Me-Fix and Hyperfix tape is the way to go. Any sort of a medical grade tape is good as long as it breathes and it flexes with your hand. So what you're going to do is you're going to apply that tape on top of your dried henna design, and that is going to make sure that the design sticks on your skin and is going to stick itself to the skin. Now I do want to warn you that it can be pretty painful, because once you do peel it off the following morning, it might peel off your little hair on your skin. I made the mistake of putting tape on my palm. For some reason it hurt a lot when I peeled it off. It was really brutal for my skin and I felt like I was really hurting myself. So yeah, I'm not going to do that again. One drawback to this is that this tape tends to be a little bit more expensive than not. So if you really want to enhance your design, and if you really do want to ensure that you're going to get the best stain possible, this is the way to go. And if you can afford it to do it every day, then all power to you. Just remember that it might hurt. And 6th and the last tip I'm going to talk about is a spray-on bandage. Now this is the one that I have not tried by myself, but I have read a little bit about it. Essentially what you do is, the design is dried on your skin, you just spray on the bandage. It's a clear bandage, so you don't have to worry about messing up your design, because it is going to stick on your skin. One thing I did read was that it might cause you to sweat, which in turn is going to smear your design. So if you are sleeping and you sweat a lot at night, or maybe even throughout the day, maybe this is not the best option for you. However, if you don't sweat or you don't have this kind of problems when you do go to sleep, I've read pretty good reviews about it. So yeah, give it a try and let me know how it goes. To sum it all up, the easiest thing you can do is, as I said before, add sugar to your paste. I really think that if it is not sticking on your skin, sugar is the problem. But sometimes it could be that you are in an environment where the sugar is just not doing what you want it to do. In that case, you're more than welcome to try any of those above options and see how it goes. And I know sometimes if you're doing a bridal design, or if you're doing a design for a very special occasion, you might want to add one of those things on top of the design so that you can ensure that the stain is going to be good. For me and myself, it's not practical to do all these things all of the time. I have done them before. For instance, if I'm doing a photo shoot, I do some of those things to ensure that I'm going to get a great stain. Honestly, every day I don't do any of the extra other hassle. I have worked on my paste so that the sugar is enough, but if I feel that it is not, if I really do want it to stick, I just do a spray sealant and that's about it. So if you like this video, then please give a thumbs up, and if you're going to try any of these things for the first time, or maybe you've already tried them before, then please share your experience in the comments below. I would like to hear them, and I'm sure others would like to read your experiences as well. So until next time, henna on.